Once upon a time, a soldier returned from war to the warm, waiting arms of his young wife. The wife instantly went into a frenzy of excitement and joyousness that her husband, who's been away for so long, has finally returned safe and sound. But all her excitement suddenly evaporated when she took one look at her husband's eyes. Yes, he returned safely, but obviously not sound. Something is definitely wrong, she thought to herself. As they turned into night and night into day, her husband became bitter, distant, and wouldn't talk to her. He had become a total stranger. She hoped that in a little time her husband would come back to himself. For days and weeks, nothing changed. She might as well be living with a corpse for all the response she got. When she could not stand it any longer, she decided to consult an old hermit. When she came before the old man and explained her problem, the old man promptly knew that her case is beyond his scope, but he must have to do something because from the look of his client, she is not likely to take no for an answer. So he asked her to go and return in 3 days. At first light, the third day, the woman came before the hermit, anxious and expectant. Without saying much, the old man said, if she can get the whisker of a live tiger, her problem is solved. The woman was flustered. What? The whisker of a live tiger? Where in hell do I get that from? But the old man insisted that that is the only solution to winning back her husband. She left, not dejected, but determined to win the battle. The next morning, the woman cooked a delicious meal and went in search of an old tiger that lives at the top of the mountain. It is a well-known fact in the village that the tiger never bothers anyone as long as one stayed out of his way. He rises at late mornings, went into the jungle, hunt for food, and went about life peacefully. So for the next couple of days, the woman continued to visit the tiger with delicious meals very early in the mornings and quickly leaves before the tiger wakes up. The tiger enjoyed the meals and looked forward to it every morning. This continued for the next 9 months. One day, the woman became bold and waited for the tiger to wake up. It was a testy experience, but fortunately, when the tiger emerged, he went straight to his meal. And when he was satisfied, he turned to the woman, who was practically dead with fright, and smiled. Next day, the woman took the liberty and went near the tiger, and to her surprise, the animal warmed up to her and allowed her caress its thick neck. She quickly asked if she could have a whisker, and the tiger said it was okay. She reached into the food basket nearby for his scissors and cut a whisker of the bunch, and soon she was on her way straight to the hermit's. When the old man saw her, he was shocked as she stretched out her hand containing a tiger's whisker. The old man wasn't expecting this and asked the woman how long it took to get the whisker. The woman said 9 months. He smiled and asked her how long it has been since her husband returned. She said 3 weeks. He told her to go home, that her problem is solved. The woman stared in astonishment. And the whisker? She asked. The old man smiled and started to say, for 9 harrowing, nerve-wracking months, you endured and waited patiently to get a strand of a tiger's whisker. But in just a couple of weeks, you become agitated over your husband. There is nothing time cannot fix. Time teaches us to be patient. Patience helps us to endure time. And at the end of the day, all things work for good. Please subscribe.